Hello everyone, and welcome to another Tempo Storm Wild meta video, where we highlight decks and strategies you can use to become legendary on the Hearthstone Wild ladder. In this video, we're going to break down Secret Mage, an aggressive archetype that focuses on early minions, disruptive secrets, and face damage spells fueled by Aluneth. It's a deck that's been around in Wild for ages, but it's been a while since Secret Mage has been relevant on ladder. However, thanks to new cards from Saviors of Uldum, it's back and stronger than ever. Before we go over how the deck works, be sure to subscribe to the Tempo Storm Hearthstone YouTube channel to keep up to date on the latest developments in the Wild format. Now let's get started. Secret Mage is an aggro deck that revolves around high-impact secrets and minions that synergize with the secrets, along with an arsenal of direct damage cards. Variations of the deck based on Curran Tormage and Mad Scientist have existed throughout Hearthstone's history, accumulating new and powerful cards set by set, reaching a critical mass after the release of Aluneth from Kobolds and Catacombs. Secret Mage has fallen beneath the radar since then, but with the release of Saviors of Uldum, the deck received an influx of new cards. Arcane Flak Mage, Flame Ward, and Cloud Prince have taken the deck to a whole new level, giving the deck the tools to contest the board against aggressive decks that dominate the Wild ladder. As an aggressive deck, Secret Mage's #1 priority in the early game is to establish dominance over the board. An ideal curve is going to be a turn 1 Cabal Lackey with Secret, into Mad Scientist or Archaeologist, into Curran Tormage with another Secret. With this kind of start, you will be well ahead on board and force the opponent to play around explosive runes and counterspell, making it difficult for the opponent to ever get a foothold. Transitioning into the mid-game, continue to use minions to push damage and manage the board, while continuing to develop threats like Cabal Crystal Runner. Eventually, after enough minion damage, the enemy's health will be low enough to finish off with the wide assortment of burn at Mage's disposal. When the game goes long and you run low on resources, play Aluneth to draw several cards a turn and fuel your hand with as much burn as you need to end the game. If you fall behind on board, cards like Flame Ward and Arcane Flak Mage give you ways to clear the board, and Medivh's Valet and Cloud Prince can remove minions and swing tempo long enough for Aluneth and your burn cards to finish the job. When you mulligan with Secret Mage, you'll want to prioritize looking for early game minions to play on curve. Mad Scientist and Archaeologist are the highest win rate early minions in the deck, so if your opening hand doesn't include these cards, you'll want to mulligan aggressively to find them. Cabal Lackey and Curran Tormage are also solid keeps if your opening hand includes a secret. In general, you want your secrets in your deck to pull with the Scientist and Archaeologist, so unless you have a Cabal Lackey or Curran Tormage, don't keep the secrets in your opening hand. You'll also want to throw back burn cards and other late game cards. The exception to that rule is Aluneth, which you'll want to keep against defensive decks like Big Priest or Reno Lock, since early Aluneth will win the game on its own in those matchups. Against offensive decks, Arcane Flak Mage is a high priority keep in addition to Mad Scientist and Archaeologist. Secret Mage has some great matchups against many popular decks across the board. The best matchups are against slow mid-range or combo decks such as Big Priest, Mechathune, Warlock, and Quest Mage. Against these matchups, an early curve of Cabal Lackey on turn 1, Mad Scientist on turn 2, and Curran Tormage on turn 3 puts pressure on quickly and potentially stifles development with Counterspell or Explosive Runes. These decks often do not have any way to deal with Aluneth, making it difficult to outrace the Mage's damage. In these matchups, it's usually correct to direct all your damage at the enemy's face instead of their minions and force your opponent to make the trades. On the other hand, Secret Mage's worst matchups are typically other aggressive decks. Even with an early Flame Ward or Arcane Flak Mage, it's easy to fall behind to decks that flood the board quickly and rush you down. However, not all aggro decks are created equal, and Mage's new anti-aggro tools are well suited against decks like Murloc Shaman, Odd Rogue, and even Shaman. In these matchups, Cloud Prince joins Medivh's Valet as premium removal that also puts a minion into play, making it easier to deal with larger minions like Hench Clan Thug or Thing from Below without falling too far behind. Arcane Flak Mage setups are also key here. You'll want to look for opportunities to get cheap Flak Mage triggers by using Cabal Lackey and Ancient Mysteries to discount your secrets, then follow up with Cabal Crystal Runner as a massive tempo swing. Flame Ward can usually clear a board on its own, and even the threat of it can force your opponent to make awkward attacks in order to play around it. Altogether, Secret Mage's aggro matchups have improved considerably, making it a much more solid pick for ladder after Saviors of Uldum. So let's talk about Secret Mage's weaknesses and counters. First, let's get the obvious out of the way. Since the deck is built around secrets, cards that destroy or steal secrets such as Eater of Secrets, SI7 Infiltrator, and Kazan Mystic can be excellent tech cards against it. That being said, not every deck is going to be well suited to playing cards like Eater of Secrets. For instance, you wouldn't play Eater of Secrets in a deck with Barnes, Yashiraj, or Oaken Summons. This type of counter is also very bad against decks that do not play secrets, so you may not want to use them unless your local meta on ladder is completely overrun with Secret Mage. Instead of relying on those cards, learn to play around the most common Mage secrets. Look for opportunities to play cheap test minions against explosive runes, or play the coin or other non-critical spells against counterspell, and keep track of what secrets haven't yet triggered. Avoid plays that use up all of your mana that would fail against one of these secrets if you haven't tested it first. You'll also want to carefully manage your health total. Restoring your health in general is very good against Secret Mage, especially ways to gain health that also gain tempo, such as Ziliax and Antique Healbot. Repeatable armor gain, such as the Odd Warrior Hero Power and Malfurion the Pestilence Armor Gain Power, can often win the game on their own, as long as you carefully manage the mage's board. Another approach is to simply beat the mage at their own game. In the case of aggressive decks like Odd Paladin and Mech Hunter, you can often get ahead and dominate the board before the mage can even get a solid foothold. If you can force the mage to use burn on your minions instead of on your face, you'll be in great shape. In closing, Secret Mage is back and better than ever. Thanks to new cards from Saviors of Uldum, Secret Mage has improved its matchup spread against the wild ladder at large, moving it from a niche deck to one of the most popular decks on ladder. Hopefully this breakdown was useful for you in learning more about how the deck works, whether you're looking at playing the deck yourself or learning how to beat it. The Tempo Storm Wild Hearthstone team is keeping a close eye on the meta for the latest developments, so be sure to let us know in the comments which decks you'd like us to feature, and be sure to follow us for more wild meta content in the future. Thanks for watching.